Let's build the easiest super smelter for Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. Alright, the first thing you want to do is find yourself a good place to build the super smelter. I'm going to build it in this plains biome, but obviously you could build it in your base or wherever you would like. The first thing we're going to do is grab our chest here, and we're going to place down a double chest on the end, and this is going to be the collection chest. So everything that gets smelted is going to end up inside of here. Also, I forgot to mention the footprint for the farm is 13 blocks by 2 blocks by 5 blocks. So it's 13 blocks long, 2 blocks wide, and 5 blocks tall. So hopefully that can help in base planning operations. After that, we can grab our hoppers, and we are going to connect 8 hoppers in a line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, just like so. And then we can grab our furnaces, and we are going to once again place down 8 furnaces, just shift clicking so that way you don't open up the hoppers. And we're going to do this 2 more times. So we're going to place hoppers in the backs of all of those furnaces. And then after doing that, we're going to come up here and we are going to place down 8 more hoppers running directly into those furnaces once again. So when it's all said and done, this is what it should look like. And you can do a couple quick checks. So come here and make sure all these hoppers are pointing down. Come over here and make sure that you can peer through here and you see all of the little nubbins. And then once again, just check from the side here to make sure they're all connected. If these are incorrectly placed, then the super smelter is unfortunately not going to work. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to place down 2 pieces of glass above the chest. That way you can open it, and then we're going to grab our blocks, and we're just going to place down a couple blocks like so. We're going to come over here, and we're going to place down 3 blocks like this, and 2 blocks right here to create this upside down P, or I guess a B would also work. So this is a lowercase b. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to place down a 4x4. Obviously, you can fill this in if you want it to look a little nicer. I generally will fill in the back here. That way you can't see through those hoppers. But yeah, so this is what it should look like. All right, this is where things get a little bit complicated depending on the way that you built this. The first thing we're going to do is place down a redstone lamp right here. And then we're going to place down a lever on the lamp. That way we can signal whether or not the super smelter is on or off. Now from here, we're going to grab our powered rails, and we're going to place down a powered rail right here, and then we're going to place down a normal rail right here. Now, depending on the orientation that you built this farm, I built it in the incorrect way, or the more difficult way. So if I go ahead and place down a rail right here, you're going to see that it automatically connects. So to avoid this, we're going to go ahead and remove these rails. We're going to place down a powered rail on the lamp, and then just a normal rail back here, and then we're going to place down a powered rail beside it. Now, see how they don't connect? We're going to use this to our advantage. So we're going to come across here now. We're going to use normal rails all the way across. And then over here, we're going to use a powered rail. Now, again, if we place down a powered rail here, it's going to connect in the wrong direction. So go ahead and break that. Place down the powered rail. Place down a temporary block and a temporary rail. Then go ahead and place down your powered rail, and then it's just smooth sailing from there. Just connect up all of your rails. Then go ahead and break the temporary rails as well. And you can also break that temporary block. Also, really quick, in case you need it, just pause the video here and just match the rails to this. So it's pretty much just powered rail, 9 rails, powered rail. It's really simple. On this end of the super smelter, we are going to place down a temporary block right here and a temporary block right here. And then we're going to place down 2 blocks on top of those. We're then going to place down a redstone torch here and here. And if we come up here, you'll see that they are powered now. So these are now powered by these redstone torches, and these aren't locking the hoppers. If you were to use a lever on here instead of a redstone torch, yes, this is powered. However, this hopper is now locked. So it's not going to work on this last column. So make sure that you use redstone torches here to power these rails. And on this side of the farm, we actually don't need any redstone torches because this lever right here will power both of these powered rails. So that's really useful. We're going to grab a hopper and we're going to place down that hopper going into this powered rail. And then we're going to go ahead and throw down a double chest on top. And this is going to be where you put in all of your fuel. We're going to grab some blocks now, and we're going to place down blocks right here. That way the minecart doesn't fly off the rails. And then we can go ahead and grab our minecart chests, and we're going to place down 1 right here and 1 right here. Now, just as a quick test with nothing in it, if we turn this on, you'll see that they push back and forth and those are going to fill in the fuel and whatever we're smelting. So this is very functional. Now I'm going to label these with what you're going to put in them, and I'm going to show you how to use it. All right, in front of me, I have labeled all of the chests. So if you want to do that, I would recommend it. I think it looks pretty cool, and it adds a little bit of flair to the design. But this is going to be the fuel chest, this is the smelting chest, and this is the collectible chest. So if we go ahead and fill this in with coal, and then if we go ahead and put in some raw iron in here, once this is done emptying out into the minecart, then we can go ahead and turn the lever on, and then these will get pushed back and forth and fill up these furnaces. So then we are going to be smelting things 8 times faster. Really quick, if you know that you're going to be smelting just food or like just ore, then you could easily improve this by replacing the furnaces with smokers or blast furnaces. So for example, if you had a guardian farm and you needed to cook fish, then you might as well just replace these furnaces with smokers, so then you are actually cooking 16 times faster, which is actually a lot faster than 8 times, but there we go. So you can actually just go ahead and turn this on, and you'll see that, oh yes, all of those furnaces turn on in unison. It's really pretty. If we go ahead and take a look at this, 4, 4, 5, that makes sense, but there we go. So yeah, this thing is going to smelt all of this iron super quick. Like I just turned it on and we already have 8 iron. We can actually sit here and watch it flow in. So any second now, you'll see it's going to come in waves of 8. It's so satisfying to watch. It's super efficient, and it's honestly just a huge bonus to your world. Also, don't worry about turning this on when it's emptied. So there's actually still coal in here. It doesn't really matter. As long as this thing has coal in it, it will fuel all of these furnaces. I know many of you guys like to use lava buckets as a fuel source. However, this is just a disclaimer. Lava buckets are probably not a good option for this super smelter, because in order for you to get your best bang for the buck with a lava bucket, you would need to smelt 800 items. And I know many of you guys aren't going to be using it for 800 items. I would say that some of the best fuel sources that you can probably use would be coal or dried kelp blocks. You can actually get dried kelp blocks super easy if you use a 0-tick kelp farm and smelt those down, and then you can go ahead and craft your kelp. But yeah, there are plenty of great options. I don't recommend lava buckets. If you want to use them, go for it. Again, if you're doing like a massive guardian farm fish cooking thing, right? You know you're going to be smelting a lot, then go ahead, use your lava buckets. This will automatically take the buckets out, but yeah, I don't recommend using lava buckets. I just know that many of you guys were probably going to ask that. So there you go. That's your disclaimer. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this super neat and clean super smelter. If you did, then please do consider smashing that subscribe button and leaving a like. My name was 1UpMC, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.